Good morning, everybody. Matt Moda here with the Dong Report, here to give you my favorite MLB home run picks of the day. As for today, I have 6 guys on Dong Watch for you guys to lock in. I'm going to have one guy that I'm just taking straight up, not putting him in a round robin. And then I also have a 5-leg Dong Robin for you guys to lock in as well. So 1 bet straight, 5-leg round robin, total units risked of 1.75. Feeling really good about today. The hot streak somewhat continued yesterday. It wasn't the most amazing day that we'll ever have, but we did have a day in the green. We got Jhonkensy Noel, big Christmas, to hit a home run, and we got Dylan Cruz to hit a to hit a home run. Put those in a round robin. Ended the day yesterday up a little bit less than half a unit. Unfortunately, I had 2 straight bets for half a unit in Juan Soto and in Jazz Chisholm. Neither of them hit a home run, so that really did a dent in our profits. But we will take a day in which we get double donged. We'll take a day in which we have a profitable day betting home runs. That now brings our total profit on the year. We're up a little bit over 19.5 units, trying to end the year up. 30 units would be great. Above 25 would be ideal, but that's got to start today. But hey, we've been betting home runs all baseball season. We're in the green. That's fine. If you're not already, I would appreciate if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then for this specific video, like, and then comment, let me know who you like to hit a home run. There's some people in the comments that do a really good job with their Dong predictions, so I read through everyone. I promise every home run, even if I don't have time to respond, every home run comment you put, I will read. And then the last thing I'll mention before we get into the bangers is that I do have a dub club where I send all my plays out. It's $5 a month. It gets everything I'm playing across all sports: baseball, football, basketball. And if you're unfamiliar, dub club is just a service you can sign up for to get plays texted to you from people like me, sent directly to your phone, text, email, telegram. If you're interested, check that out. Link is in the description and the pinned comment. If you're not interested, no problem, because we're moving on to start talking dongs. Play number 1, and this is going to be the play that we are taking straight up. It's Shohei Ohtani to hit a home run, putting 3/4 of a unit. So for me, that's $75. For you, that's whatever 3/4 of a unit is, on him to hit a home run at plus 250 odds at FanDuel. So 250 is a little bit steep for a round robin, and in the off chance, not the off chance, it's probably the most likely scenario is that if only one guy hits a home run, it's probably going to be Ohtani, and I would rather have him straight up. So if he does hit a home run and he's the only one, we'll still have a profitable day. But I didn't want to put him in the round robin because I didn't want to get double screwed if he doesn't hit a home run and then we miss our straight bet and we miss the round robin. Therefore, I'm taking him straight up. Now, telling you to bet Shohei Ohtani is not that hard of a sell. He's been on fire. He hit a home run last night. He hit a home run on Wednesday. He very easily can go 3 out of 4, which is what we're betting on him to do, because the matchup for him is going up against Merrill Kelly of the Diamondbacks. Kelly's been really good the past couple years. He was really good last year. Started for he was a starting pitcher for the Diamondbacks who went to the World Series, pitched really well in the playoffs. He's had a rough year. Now he missed a ton of time, like 3 months he missed. He's made 3 starts since he returned from injury in August. He's been rocked in those 3 starts. And the thing is, he's not getting any better. He's actually getting worse. Each start has been worse than the previous start. So his first start, not terrible. Second start, pretty terrible. Third start, ungodly terrible. So it's not like he's getting into his groove or anything like that. He's literally getting worse. In his last start, he allowed a barrel rate of 23.5% and a hard hit rate of 76.5%. For context, a 9% barrel rate is bad. A 40% hard hit rate is bad. He's like doubled up both of those numbers in his last start. And the start before that was also really, really bad. So there's major concern for Merrill Kelly. And as I mentioned, Ohtani's just absurd. Like I said, he hit a home run last night and on Wednesday, showing no signs of slowing down. Real value on him at plus 250 on FanDuel compared to the rest of the market. That's as of right now. Obviously, these odds might change by the time you watch the video, but as of right now, every other book has him below 250, closer to the 200 number. And the shorter these odds get, the bigger the value the gap becomes. So plus 250 on Ohtani is actually really good. That's play number 1. So now we're moving on to the round robin. Ohtani, go ahead, put 3/4 of a unit on him straight up. Now we move into the Dong Robin, and I have 2 plays in the same game to start off the Dong Robin, which will need to be bet as a separate same game parlay as well. It's Matt Olson and it's Michael Harris, both of them to hit home runs. Now, the reason why I'm targeting both of them is they're both lefties that have been hitting pretty well. going up against Zach Wheeler, who you would not think of as a pitcher that you want to target. But Wheeler, who's also a pitcher, but he goes by Wheeler, not pitcher, really struggles against left-handed hitters. He's allowed 17 home runs on the year. 12 of those 17 have come against left-handed hitters. Now, he has seen more of them, but even if you want to look at like per 9, his home run per 9 against left-handed hitters is 1.3. Against righties, 0.58. It's a dramatic difference for him, whether he's facing a righty and a lefty. So I know I wanted to target lefties, and I wanted to target these two because they've both been on fire, especially Matt Olson. Now, if you only want to take one of these two, even though his odds obviously reflect that, he's plus 340, whereas Michael Harris is plus 630. But Olson's been on fire. Now, on the year, it's been a brutal year for Olson, not at all compared to how good he was last year, but it feels like he's back. In the last 7 days, he has the second most hard hit line drive plus fly balls, which for those of you who are new to my channel, hard hit line drive plus fly ball, I like to call a dong predictor, because if you're hitting the ball hard and you're putting the ball in the air, that's generally a recipe for home runs. And again, in the last 7 days, Matt Olson has 12. That's the second most in the MLB, and only Manny Machado and Shohei Ohtani have more than him. So yeah, Ohtani's pretty good. Olson has been really good recently as well. And then also in the same last 7-day span, Matt Olson has 5 piss missiles, which is defined as a 100 plus or more miles per hour off the bat in between a 20 and 40 degree launch angle. That's like almost guaranteed to be a home run. A piss missile, when you're hitting it that hard and putting it in the air, depending on where it goes in the stadium, that's almost guaranteed to be a home run. And Olson has 5 of those in the past week, tied for third most in the MLB. He's been on fire. He's crushed the pitch mix of Zach Wheeler as well, which are mostly four-seam fastballs and cutters. Last 2 weeks against those two pitches from right-handed pitching, 21% barrel rate, 60% hard hit rate. Michael Harris, meanwhile, also has good stats against these two pitches, has also been hitting well over the last 2 weeks. And this is a really good value play on Michael Harris as well. He's plus 630 at FanDuel. Every other book has him in the plus 400s. So if that's a situation that you want to take Michael Harris straight up because that value is incredible, I wouldn't blame you. I'm only going to put him in the Dong Robin, but he wouldn't be a terrible bet to take straight as well. That's plays number 1 and 2 of the Dong Robin. Play number 3, I am taking Brent Rooker to hit a home run. Rooker, well, it's been a long season for us, specifically with Rooker. Now, he was on fire 6 weeks ago, basically hitting a home run every single game. And then he went on a little bit of a cold streak, and I happened to bet him basically every single day of that cold streak. I took a break, and during that break, Rooker started going on another home run binge. So hopefully we're not just constantly behind this guy. But the way he's been hitting recently is not quite Matt Olson territory. It's still really good. He's got 8 Dong predictors in the last 7 days, 4 piss missiles over the last 7 days as well. 2 really good stats. He also has 5 barrels in the last week as well, which is the third most in the MLB. Some people are going to be scared off of the fact that he just hit 2 home runs yesterday. I don't really put that much stock into stuff like that. I just isolate, are they hot in terms of at the plate? I'm not sure, he might be a good looking guy, but is he hot at the plate? And what's the matchup like today? Those are the 2 things that I look at. Not necessarily did he hit a home run yesterday? Yes, no. He's gone back-to-back multiple times this season, and once this year, he had a stretch where he hit 3 home runs in a 2-game span. Against the Phillies, he hit 1 home run. Next day, he hit 2 home runs. So he is capable of doing that. And when he's this hot, you just want to keep riding. The reason why we're on him, again, I mentioned that he's on fire, but also the second half of that is the pitching matchup. Cody Bradford is pitching for the Rangers. Bradford's a lefty who loves giving up home runs to righties. I will admit, Rooker hasn't seen a ton of lefties recently. Like, all the damage he's done in the last 7 days are against righties. He's also really only seen righties, so he hasn't had a chance to hit up lefties. But if you look at the pitch mix, Bradford throws a 4-seam fastball over 50% of the time against right-handed pitching. And on the entire year, Rooker has incredible stats against 4-seam fastballs. 20% barrel rate, 51.85% hard hit rate, and a 50% fly ball rate. That fly ball rate is very important because we see a ton of guys, O'Neal Cruz, L.A. De La Cruz, hit the piss out of the ball, can't lift the ball in the air, so they're just home run teases because they don't actually hit home runs, they just hit the ball hard. Rooker is putting the ball in the air. That 50% fly ball rate, again, is very important. Bradford has also gotten smoked by right-handed hitters as well. Match made in dong heaven for Brent Rooker to come through. Let's hope he does. Next up, I have Colton Cowser to hit a home run. Now, Cowser has come through for us before, so we're not only mad at him, but he is a little bit on our list of players that we're mad at because we had him on Wednesday, really needed him to hit a home run on Wednesday. He did not. Instead, he hit a home run on Thursday. But if he hits a home run today, all's forgiven, and he has a great matchup to do so. Now, he hasn't quite been mashing dong predictors and piss missiles the same rate of the other guys we've talked about. He's not Ohtani. He's not Olson. He's not even Brent Rooker. But he hasn't been terrible. You look at the last 14 days, so instead of the last week, I'm looking at the last 2 weeks. 10 dong predictors and 3 piss missiles in the last 14 days. And all 3 of those piss missiles have come against right-handed pitching, which is what he's facing tonight. Cowser is a lefty. You really only want to target him when he's facing righties. He doesn't hit lefties that hard. So today against the righty, good to go. He's going up against Ryan Feltner of the Rockies. And Feltner actually doesn't have horrible home run stats, despite the fact that he pitches at Coors Field. You expect him to just have terrible numbers. That's actually not the case. He's not a terrible home run pitcher. He's also not anybody to be scared of. He has a home run per 9 of 1.31 against left-handed hitters. Slightly below average number. That's like Wheeler number in terms of home runs allowed to lefties. But this is another pitch mix type of thing. Throws a four-seam fastball the majority of the time. Cowser has the best barrel rate on the entire season of every hitter against the four-seam fastball. 11.58% barrel rate. Everybody else in the Orioles is below him in terms of barrel rate. And barrel rate is very specific. Like, I think it's 97 miles per hour off the bat and between 26 and 30 degrees of launch angle. So it's a very specific number, but it does mean that you're constantly lifting the ball hard and in the air when you're looking at barrel rate. And then you look at the last 4 weeks, the last month, 17% barrel rate against four-seam fastballs from right-handed pitching. And then the last 2 weeks, he has not seen a ton of fastballs from righties. He's only seen 5. If you look at those 5 at-bats, he struck out 3 times. And he has literally, in the other 2, launched a piss missile. 1 was a home run. 1 was a 390-foot flyout. So you're either striking out or you're hitting bombs. That's fine with me because I'll take my chances with that. And also, Feltner doesn't have strikeout stuff. So we're not really worried about Cowser striking out a ton against Ryan Feltner. So we're going to have him swinging for the fences, hopefully barreling the ball up, getting that bad boy out of the stadium. Last pick, 5th and final Dong Robin pick of the day, 6th final home run pick of the day is Carey, aka Barry Carpenter, to hit a home run. Carpenter is another batter, as you sure you can guess by now, on a roll, red hot at the plate, and he also did come through for us already this week. So we're feeling good about him. He is on our nice list, not the naughty list like some other guys, especially Brent Rooker. He's on a nice list. So he's got 7 Dong predictors in the last 7 days, so he's 1 behind Brent Rooker. 6 of those 7 have come against right-handed pitching, which is what he will be facing tonight. And he's also got 2 piss missiles over the last week as well. 2 piss missiles isn't amazing. Not terrible either. It's kind of fine. The reason why we're on him is because he's facing Nick Pivetta of the Red Sox. And Nick Pivetta's favorite thing to do in the world, he wakes up in the morning and the thing that gets him most excited is giving up home runs to left-handed hitters. His stats against lefties in the last 2 months are terrible. 10% barrel rate. Awful. 48% hard hit rate. Awful. 31% line drive rate and a 42% fly ball rate. If my math is correct, 73% of the time a batter makes contact with the baseball. It's either a line drive or a fly ball. That's terrible across the board. He also throws a four-seam fastball over 50% of the time. Carpenter has teed off on four-seam fastballs in the last month. 3 home runs, 20% barrel rate, 62.5% hard hit rate, 50% fly ball rate. He's in the Colton Cowser category. He swings for the fences, so he either strikes out or he hits a nuke. 40% of the time in the last month, he struck out against four-seam fastballs from righties. That's totally fine. You get 3 at-bats, I'll take my chances that you'll strike out in 2 of them, hit a nuke in the 3rd one. All we need is that 1 nuke, and we're good to go. And that's all we got. 6 total players on Dong Watch for you guys to lock in. Let's hope that Shohei Ohtani comes through with a home run, giving us a green day for the day. Or we get 2 of Matt Olson, Michael Harris, Brent Rooker, Colton Cowser, and Kerry Carpenter to hit a home run. And then we are also green. And that's all we got. I appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and have a good one.